Smackdown Hot Takes, where I take your thoughts, your opinions, your hot takes from the previous episode of Smackdown, Raw, and or PLEs. And if you want a hot take on people who say they don't like bacon, well, I don't trust them. I don't trust any of them. You know why? Because what else are they lying about? All right. So before we get into hot takes, let's talk about the contest. At 20,000 subscribers, I'm going to give away this belt right here. I will do it. Free shipping, free everything. All you got to do is comment below, subscribe to the channel, hit that bell, ding, 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 notification, and you can win said belt. Not a toy, and it's pointy. This one's pointy. It hurts. Alrighty. Let's try to do this video with as little edits as possible because I don't have a lot of time, being that tomorrow's PLE is at 8 in the morning, as was this one, and as will Monday Night Raw. These are in Australia. So let's get started with, we got Norman Chafins. About time. The Tungans look like they should. Time for the Gorillas of Destiny. That's right, the Tungans in their face paint from their New Japan days. The world is healing because the Gorillas of Destiny, Tungaloa, Tamatunga, they're here in WWE with the MFTs. Solo Sikoa reintroducing his family tree, my MFTs, or my MFTs. We've got, it's OTW. Can't lie, Solo's faction does look kind of cool in the face paint, but that's just my opinion. That's my opinion too. It's OTW. I think they looked awesome. Goat Buggy says, I think Solo and the whole MFT thing is already ruined. Ooh. And Solo's group is just a bunch of jobbers because they always lose and having to rebuild. Well, you know, I will say that the MFTs did get ruined before they had their little rebrand. But that said, hey man, I thought Solo Sikoa was ruined earlier in the year after he lost his Ulafala, after Jacob Fatu basically regulated him to just a hype man at WrestleMania. I thought Solo was donezo, and then yet he showed me that he can come back, and I think that if anyone can lead the MFTs back into a prominent status, well, it would be him. Now, are they jobbers? Yes and no. So Solo Sikoa needs to be strong. If we have the Tungans as our Gorillas of Destiny, they can be a strong tag team. Just keep Tala Tunga strong, and you got a big, tall guy. That means only JC Mateo, I hate that name, he can be the jobber of the group, which sucks because he is very talented, but he also has zero aura. But, yeah, you know, so you need one fall guy. You need one fall guy, and he could be the one. Keep the Gorillas strong in the tag team division. Then they don't have to all be jobbers. They really don't. The problem is this: they gotta be booked super strong. Triple H can't do that thing where he introduces them all mean and tough and rough, and then just completely demolishes them. You can only make a comeback so many times. Let's see what else we got. We got Marshman. I appreciate MFTs versus the Wyatts and think it will be a good feud. I've been kind of like thinking about this feud for a while now. The Wyatts, their original purpose was, you know, people who went against their family, and Solo Sikoa definitely fits that bill, but it's the MFTs who have come after the Wyatts, and it was a really cool showdown. Really liked that they kept the spooky lights going. Everything was really good about this. Wish Bo Dallas, Uncle Howdy, had been present, but it was fine. And let's see though, but they are trying to give MFTs, but are they trying to give MFTs the least aura ever? They went from -10 to -100 with that lame face paint. I think the face paint was cool. I'm gonna be honest with you. I think it was super duper cool, and I liked it on them all. It gave them something unique. It separates them. It separates them from the crowd, and now they really are the Gorillas. I want some guerrilla warfare too. I don't know how much they can play up the name Gorilla of Destinies because that is a New Japan, probably copyright right, but ooh, boy howdy, if they can just have that guerrilla type of warfare tactics, that would be cool. And the Wyatts, a faction going into Survivor Series, maybe we could get an actual like what would it be called? Like a Survivor Series. We're going to Survivor Series. What's that tag team match that Survivor Series is known for called? A Survivor Series match. We could do that. And elimination, the oh man, the Wyatts, all they would have to do is just get one more member. Could be Sammy and Solo while the MFTs fight each other, or maybe even Shinsuke. If they brought back the heel Shinsuke persona, he would fit right in with the Wyatts, which also they brought back Shinsuke, and he's a face again. Shinsuke is a face once more. Let's get a couple more MFT comments, and then we'll go on to the rest of the show. We got Martin. The MFTs need to absolutely dominate. We all know Triple H is going to book them like jobbers, so no one is going to take them seriously from a month from now. I know. I'm very worried, but I'm going to live in the moment. I'm going to live in the moment, and I'm going to be like, Triple H, please, book them strong, book them crazy. Like, literally, Solo Sikoa was main eventing SummerSlam last year. Yeah, it was probably too soon to main event SummerSlam, but he has it in him. He could be a main event guy if we treat him like a main event guy. And then Talatunga could be their U.S. champ. Like, they could seriously run amok. This is amok, and this is them running amok. They could do it. Let's see, what else? I think we got two more. We got Kid Wilkes, the MFTs. We got more hot takes, but just on this, the MFTs. Kid Wilkes says the MFTs are a failure unless we get the Gorillas of Destiny theme song for Tama Tonga and Tungaloa. Ain't nobody realer than a gorilla. Yeah, they're gonna get Def Rebelled. They're gonna get Def Rebelled. Though, three people actually were given their old theme music back in Shinsuke Nakamura and the Street Profits. So who knows? Maybe they get a good song. I doubt they'll get Gorillas of Warfare theme song, because again, that is New Japan property, and Big Daddy TKO. We're not paying any extra. We're not paying any extra. You know how much that face paint costs already? We're not buying the rights to any kind of theme song. The paint budget. Then we got Judy Angela Jetson. Meet George Jetson, his wife Judy. Guys, I'm just here to see Chop's reaction to JC Mateo. Hate that name. Face paint. I thought it looked bad on him. Well, it didn't. Tama Tonga had the best face paint. And then probably we have Tall Tonga. He had the second best. I don't know. I hate to disappoint you. I don't think it was that bad on JC Mateo. Hate that name, because honestly, the guy has so little aura that almost anything was an improvement. We could have put a clown nose on the guy, and I'd be like, yeah, he looks better. I have seen some pictures since this morning, and even on Smackdown, he kind of has his hair in his face, and I think that's good for him. That could keep him a little separate from everybody else. So while, yeah, I've seen better face paint on people. Again, though, where he started, he didn't have much to work with. Sorry, I'm not trying to just completely, I don't know, rag on this guy. He's definitely tougher than me and everything, but he is without aura in the WWE. So I do apologize for just completely kind of stomping on this guy and his overall appearance. But be that as it may, he has no aura. So some face paint, whatever it is, it's probably better. But I like the hair thing. Maybe they can change it up. Nothing says they can't change different styles of face paint next week. So maybe they can make it a little better, but keep the hair. All right, so let's get some other hot takes. Let's go to the beginning now. We got DS, quite possibly the worst last man standing of all time. I don't think so. I don't think it was the worst last man standing. I'll be honest, I can't think of a worst one, but I didn't think this match was was that bad. I didn't think this match was that bad. The ending, the kick didn't land proper, but like I thought it was fine for a SmackDown television match. Let's see. Money on Repeat says, Zelina and Black together is a good move. Zelina is an instant upgrade if this move is in the right direction. Happy Black and Zelina is Vega together and could possibly be herself now. Yeah, I felt they were trying too hard to get her into this, whatever she was doing. I don't know what her last character was. Was she just proud to be Puerto Rican? Or I don't know. What was her character when she won the U.S. champion? I'm not sure what that was. I'm not saying it's bad to be proud to be a Puerto Rican. Like, be proud of whoever you are. If you're you, be proud of you, all right? But if that was, like, her character, it didn't scream, I want to see more of this character in other feuds. So I really liked Zelina when she was Andrade's manager. So I'm kind of hoping we get that energy, but in with Aleister Black. I think that could be a dynamic duo right there. And then Money on Repeat also says, what are we doing with the Profits? OMG. SMH. All right, so what are we doing with the Profits? At this point, we gotta bring them up. Like, we really do. Like, if they can't, this was like their second opportunity, I think, at the Wyatts. If they can't win the tag team title, then what's the point of being a tag team? We could send them to Raw, but what would we really do there? Okay, so I think if they went to Raw, they would just literally beat the Judgment Day so the Brawns could beat them. Nah, I don't. And besides, we don't really need a charismatic team over there. We've got the New Day. The New Day they should be. Unless we want to trade. If we want to put the New Day on SmackDown to freshen that up, I wouldn't mind that. But I don't know, the Street Profits just losing again to the Wyatts kind of, to me, is like a ceiling. They hit a ceiling. Maybe let's split them up. Maybe we don't even have to turn them on each other. Maybe they could just split up, go their separate ways, say, hey, you know what? Let's try this singles thing for a minute. Yeah, and then they can come back in a year or so if it's not working out. But yeah, what are we doing? Shake my head. What's going on with the Profits? But I was happy to hear their bump, bump, bump music. We got DS again, Mr. Love and Respect Cody just buried LA Knight and McIntyre. Yeah, I'm not sure. Buried, I think we use that word a little too loosely, but Cody came out and was like, I respect. He didn't say the word I respect, but basically the way he talked people up, it was I respect. Read between the lines. And we had him list off a bunch of people, and I can understand him not listing off Drew McIntyre because Drew's a heel, but he did not list off LA Knight, and LA Knight is in the main event scene right now, so it's like, come on, dude. Let's throw out, can we drop the name of Mr. Yeah? All right, what else we got? Come at meow. Broke a record for my WrestleChop experience. 9 yawns. Okay, so it was in Australia, so I woke up and I had like 3 or 4 yawns, but Come At Meow is in Australia, so he was watching it at an appropriate time, so it gave him 9 yawns. I graded it 6 chops because this was a bad go-home show, but I graded it 7 chops because it was a decent SmackDown. I say it was a bad go-home show because none of the storylines on tonight's episode really fed into the next PLE, which is tomorrow. But as a standalone SmackDown episode, it was a banger. I probably should have gave it, maybe I should have gave it a low 8 for a SmackDown, but I would have kept it as a 6 for a go-home show. Maybe even a 5 as a go-home show. I don't know if anybody understands. If you don't understand what I'm talking about when it comes to that, just put it in the comments below and I'll try to respond to you directly. But a go-home show is supposed to further all the angles into the main event, making you say, oh my god, I have to watch tomorrow's PLE because of what happened tonight on the last episode before said PLE. All right, then we got Money on Repeat says, I respect you, Chop. I respect all of you, except for Goldberg. No respect whatsoever for Bill Goldberg. We got them, Come At Meow, no, Yeah, I don't mean to come across like I loathe Cody, but Cody is lame and generic. I think if you had left out the word lame and kept generic, you wouldn't have came across like you loathe him. But when you added lame, it did kind of come across that way. But I get what you're saying. His promo was lame because all he said was he came out and was like, "Hey man, I'm your Achilles heel, and I beat you 3 times." He's pretty much said that over the last 2 or 3 weeks. So it was lame. It was generic. Cody Rhodes, what did someone say? It was like a hot take or 2 ago. It's like, I don't hate Cody, but his promos are just meh. They didn't say that. I can't remember what he said, but that was the basic gist of it. Go Buggy. I didn't get into Cody's promo this morning because I don't think because he thought he was being disrespectful to the Smackdown guys by naming nobody but Randy. All right. We got Snapdoodle. Good that Truth overslept. Oh yeah, good that Truth overslept, or else he would have traveled to Austria. So it was funny. R-Truth put on his Twitter that he overslept, missed his flight to Austria, not Australia. Austria being like right in the neighborhood of Germany. That's where actually Gunther is from. And so it's a double joke in that R-Truth bought the wrong ticket to the wrong country, but he couldn't even get there because he didn't wake up in time. But hey, you know what? That explains why R-Truth was not on SmackDown. So I like that, and it's kind of funny. NK says, "Dang, Cody sucks." I don't think he sucks. I just don't think he really knows how to. I don't know. I think he's trying to be too corporate. I think maybe he's trying he's just trying to be too corporate. And I wish he was more of, I wish he just had a little bit of grit to him. You know, maybe dirty up that suit every once in a while. We got It's Rico. It's Rico. That's a cool name. We'll spell that. Hey, these SmackDowns keep getting earlier and earlier. They're going to push it back to Thursday in 2026 at this rate. You know what? I used to love Thursday SmackDowns. Thursday SmackDown was the best day to have SmackDown, in my opinion. But that's going way back in the time machine. I will say this was the earliest. It's because it was Australia. 8 a.m. 8 a.m. is crazy. I can't believe that. But you know what? At least now us Americans, the United States people, we know how it feels for all the spoilers to be out there, because for years and years and years that our Europeans and Australians and our Asians and our African friends had to be in the opposite time zone. So now we get a taste of it, and I do not envy you guys having to watch, having to try to dodge spoilers all day so you get home from work and watch Raw. So I feel your pain now. Goat Buggy says, "I really hate the Tiffany Stratton and Stephanie Fakir thing, because the WWE build sucked. Basically, it was all on respect." And so, yeah, I hate it too. Like, let's raise our title above our heads, and that constitutes a feud in the Triple H era. It's like, dude, come on. Let these ladies just fight. There was a perfect opportunity. They were in a tag match. All Tiffany had to do was just say, nope, and walk away. Nope. Walk away, not get tagged in, and that would have been great and awesome. I mean, Trick Williams did it on NXT, and it was great and awesome. It furthered him. Oh, but Tiffany's not a heel. Then make her a freaking heel, because she's boring as all get out. We got TTJC. I love that they finally paired Zelina and Aleister. This is what I've wanted for a long time. Also, it was mentioned on commentary a few times that they were married and own a dojo together where they train wrestlers. Oh, okay, I did not know that. Thank you for correcting me. Oh my God, a viewer corrected me, but I'm Chop. I have a camera and I press record. I should know everything. No, I don't. Please, if I ever say something wrong, correct me. TTJC, thank you. I said on my one take, one shot review that I wasn't sure if the audience knew that Zelina Vega and Zelina Vega and Aleister Black were married. So I did make a point, and I probably talked about that for 30 seconds, saying that's kind of weird. They shouldn't do that. But I now stand corrected. TTJC says they were saying it. Now I feel they got to say it now in front of the crowd with a microphone. But hey, you know what? If it was acknowledged, then I take it back. I was wrong, and I thank you for correcting me. And I'm happy they're together on camera. That is, let's see, Easy. I didn't watch the show, says, hold on tight. Okay, I don't know really what that means. How can you, Easy. Okay, Easy, cool. We got LT. That was a go-home show? I don't need big moments or cheap pops. All I'm asking is you further the story between your two stars holding the two most important belts in the company. Yeah, I think I talked about this early on a lot. I absolutely 100% agree with you. Absolutely agree with you. Yes, like, I don't think I can agree with you more. This is me agreeing with you more. I'm just gonna bob my head for about 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, so, oh, where am I? We got Greasy says, R-Truth mistook Austria for Australia. Yep, we already did that one, but I just wanted to shout you out. Perry Paul, Aleister Black and Zelina Vega will have a bigger push as a duel than Karrion Kross and Scarlett ever did. I could see that, not because I'm happy with it, even though it looks like you like Aleister Black better than Karrion Kross. I think Karrion Kross was great, and so was Scarlett. I wish we would have kept them. We want Kross. But I could see, honestly, I could see Triple H doing this just out of spite. Like, oh, you got over by yourself? I'll tell you what, I'm gonna give them all your creative and put it on Aleister Black and Zelina, because I'll get them over. I'll show you that I can get you over. And no shade on Aleister Black and Zelina. I don't think that they were petitioning for this. I think it's just the culture of WWE that they don't like people who get themselves over, so they'll push somebody else just to prove. It's childish, but that's the culture. And then we got Daniel Kinser says, I'm very interested in Seth because he's acting weird. Yeah, he's acting weird. It's kind of weird that he is in the babyface position and that he has the doubts. He's the one that has to overcome everything. That's kind of weird because he's the big bad of WWE right now. And then I wouldn't say Triple H is cooking, but at least he microwaves it sometimes. Yeah, this was a better product than we've seen on SmackDown. SmackDown has sucked, with a capital, sucked, very much so lately. And here we are with a decent SmackDown. Not a good go-home show, but a decent SmackDown in a bubble. So there you have it, boys. There you have it, girls. I appreciate every single one of you. I hope you enjoyed this really fast and furious hot takes. Fast and Furious, that's appropriate because the MFTs, Fast and Furious, is all about family. The MFTs, my family tree, it's all about family, people. You're my family, by the way. I appreciate every single one of you. Thank you for being part of the Chop Nation family. Boys, girls, fam, have a good day. See you tomorrow, 8 a.m.